Don't think it, don't say it. Now that's great marketing. Hey there, hi there, ho there, Andrew here, reviewing, recapping, and reacting to a horror movie that was released earlier in 2017 from STX Entertainment. It is called The Bye-Bye Man. Now, when I say it came out as an early release here in 2017, I mean it came out in January, and if you are a horror movie and you came out in January, that means the studios just don't have a lot of faith in you because they don't want to put you against any of the movies that are happening in October. And yes, I'm looking at you, Texas Chainsaw 3D. So here's a question. Was this movie a box office success? Well, it made back about 4 times what its budget was, but the question is, have you actually heard of this movie? Do you know who was in it? I know I didn't. So it's probably not strong marketing, I guess. But if they read the tagline and said, "Don't think it, don't say it," they probably thought it was instructions. And if that's the case, you did a bang-o job. So let's begin this fun fest. And the movie starts in Wisconsin, October, in the year 1969. We see a character named Larry, played by Leigh Whannell. Leigh Whannell. Is that how you say his name? Anyways, he's the guy that played Adam in Saw. Actually, he's the one that created Saw. And he played Specs in Insidious. What are you slumming in this movie for? So Larry asked the lady if she had said a certain name to anyone. Obviously, he is talking about the Bye-Bye Man. She tells him yeah, and in the next few minutes, we see him go all shotgun crazy on people. And we also see some train imagery. Well, that was kind of a weird intro, and he got me a little bit interested. We had a shotgun spree, and the weird thing, though, is there's no blood splatter anywhere on the screen. I mean, not even on Larry, there's no blood splatter. I would think that if you're shooting somebody with a shotgun, you would see some type of blood. I mean, was that because you wanted a PG-13 rating? So it just doesn't make any sense. It kind of seems out of place. It seems like it pulls the audience a little bit out of it before even the movie starts. Now we fast forward to the present day, where we see 3 college-age students by the name of Elliot, Sasha, and John, and these characters are extremely forgettable. So I'm going to refer to them by their titles instead because there's no character development whatsoever. So you will hear me say boyfriend, girlfriend, and best friend. And these 3 friends go ahead and get a place off campus. 20 minutes to be exact if you listen to the exposition dialogue that was spoken. But I want you to look at this shot. I mean, really look at this shot. Look at that house. How in the grace of good writing can 3 college students that don't have jobs afford a 3-story house as their dorm? And as the 3 are looking around the house, we get introduced to the most terrifying aspect of this film. The acting. And if you watch this movie, which if you do, that's on you, not my fault, you are going to see some really bad acting. And it is pretty noticeable how bad the primary actors are because there are some solid secondary actors in here to help sell the movie. And they don't sell the movie because the script and the direction are really poor, but I will get into that in a little bit later on. If you need an example of inexperienced actors performing stunts of their own, then check out this.
This is perfect. Oh, easy. You all right?
Yeah.
I mean, that scene wasn't needed at all. If you really wanted to have the girlfriend fall into the best friend's arms, choose a different angle. That was terrible. We then get more exposition about coins and what they mean, or what I should say is what the screenwriter would like us to believe what they mean in this movie. You know, the wonder and terror of fortune. And spoilers, by the way, there's no fortune in this movie. As a matter of fact, there's no terror in this movie either. I mean, other than the fact that the film got greenlit. So the girlfriend hears a coin drop, looks at the open door crawl space, and then a door slams shut, and I think that we're supposed to be scared. But no, that's not scary at all. We are then shown the boyfriend's brother and the brother's family so we can get more of an exposition dump like the boyfriend's goals in life and how it's a good thing that he's not jealous since the girlfriend and the best friend are dancing so close. Gotta go ahead and plant that seed in for the audience so you can put the pieces in together for us. Thanks a lot. And the next part really does cheese me off. We see the niece go through the same thing that the girlfriend just went through with the coin in the nightstand and nothing comes from it. So what does that do? Pads out the movie. Why didn't we just go through this whole thing again when there was no payoff? We are then introduced to a friend of the girlfriend who is the stock character of a psychic and will be involved with more exposition dumping, but let's get into the beginning of the plot right now. The boyfriend goes ahead and sees the drawer and it says, "Don't think it, don't say it," over and over and over again. And I really do like how he goes ahead and rotates the drawer around so he can continue to read in a circle. He then goes ahead and rips the paper off that's on the bottom of the shelf, and it says, "The Bye-Bye Man." Let's cue into the seance. and the psychic gets a hold of something.
Wait, something's coming, something good.
And she keeps on saying, don't think it, don't say it. By the way, we are 30 minutes into this movie already, and the rule of thumb is that the action should be taking place 10 minutes into the movie, so we are about 20 minutes behind on this already. And the boyfriend goes ahead and wakes up and sees this. Oh, that looks like it should be a scare. But it's not. And by the way, the girlfriend goes ahead and mentions the best friend's name when she goes to sleep instead of the boyfriend. Thanks for watering that seed that you planted for us earlier. The boyfriend gets upset on this and he leaves the room only to hear the best friend and the psychic having sex. I wonder if she saw it coming. So anyways, the boyfriend goes and hears some noise. It's like a scratching type noise. He goes to look outside, sees nothing. The girlfriend doesn't hear anything either. And now it's time for the walk of shame for the psychic lady and the best friend, where they get to discuss great things like, don't worry, it happens to plenty of guys. And they'll try again. So, okay, we didn't just hear them play Bop It. Holy crow! What is with her eyes? Wake up, Maggot May. I think I got something to say to you. So the boyfriend goes outside and notices scratches on the wall. Then everyone decides to have a little crazy for breakfast. And what I mean by that is the girlfriend is sick. The best friend goes to have to wash off the stank on his body that Maggot May just left. And the boyfriend goes to make some tea while the girlfriend goes visualizes the best friend is naked.
Where'd you go?
Hopefully to a better movie. So let's go ahead and skip to the 36-minute mark where we have an hour left of the movie, and this is where we get our first jump scare. Are you ready? It's gonna be a scream! Seriously, how scary was that? We didn't even see anything. So the girlfriend is concerned that the Bye-Bye Man is now coming for her, but listen to her worried speech.
If it's not, then Elliot, we're all losing our minds at the same time. And what are the chances of that?
Oh my Lanta, this is what I'm talking about when it comes to the acting. The girlfriend should be freaking out right now because she and everybody else is losing their mind. I'm showing more emotion in this video. And we see a CGI wallpaper dog and some train images. Ooh, scary. Hey, wait a minute, did they just moon the entire audience? Thank you. We now know how you feel. Oh yeah, and how about this scary scene? That isn't scary because we saw it in the trailer. And speaking of the trailer, if you watch the trailer after you're done watching the movie, you're gonna go, not in the movie, that's not in the movie, that's not in the movie, that's not in the movie. And by the way, the trailer has 4 out of the 5 jump scares that are in the movie, so if you watch the trailer and then watch the movie, nothing is definitely scary at all. And I know I am harping back to this bad acting thing, but take a look at this.
What about the furniture?
And the house. Maybe he can find somewhere else.
You feeling better though?
I guess.
She is like a kitchen without a stove. No range.
I love you.
I love you.
Did you hear that? I mean, did you hear that I love you? Look at her eyes. She didn't even make eye contact with the other actor. That's not a character flaw either. That's an acting flaw. So let's get out of the bad acting and get into the bad writing. You know, the boyfriend goes to the library to research stuff. You know, because that's what everybody does nowadays. They go to the library to research stuff. They don't go online. Oh wait, correction. He went to the library to go and get online. To use the search engine called Search? How about using your phone? You can use your phone for basically anything now in 2017. I'm using my phone to record this right now. Oh. Yes, because I'm that low budget. I don't have any cameras, and I don't have any sound equipment. I don't have any lighting equipment. I'm using a lamp, and I'm using natural lighting. And somehow, I'm getting better production value than this movie. And speaking of phones, the best friend looks at his phone and sees the Bye-Bye Man. Heck, the Bye-Bye Man is more high-tech than the screenwriters. I mean, who wrote this movie, anyways? Penner? The guy's name is Penner? That's got to be a made-up name. That's the screenwriter's name is Penner. What was the director's name? Filmer? Title? The director's name is Title? That is so made up. These people are, they don't want to put their names on it. I bet you the producers are like, you got to put your name on this film. And they're like, don't think it. Don't say it. So let's get back to the boyfriend at the library where he meets the librarian played by Cleo King. And what is Cleo King doing in a movie like this? I mean, she's been in numerous TV shows like So Notorious and Deadwood and Mike and Molly. Plus, she's been in bigger movies. I mean, bit parts, but she's in bigger movies like The Hangover and Pineapple Express and Transformers: The Age of Extinction. Don't go slumming in a movie like this. So with the librarian, we get a dump of more exposition. You know, because we need to hear this stuff 45 minutes into the movie. This is crap you dump 10, 15 minutes into the movie so everybody can enjoy the second act. I mean, pop the clutch. Let's get it into gear already. And needless to say, the librarian has said the word bye-bye man, so she should be dead. Oh, and the exposition that we got are basically visuals of consisting of what we saw in the beginning of the movie, shown once again to go ahead and pad out the film, showing us the same thing over and over again. It is completely pointless. And again, where is the blood? You got hit by a shotgun. Where is the blood? And in the flashback, that aren't really flashbacks because none of our characters were there before to experience it, so it really shouldn't be a flashback, but we do get a chance to see the Bye-Bye Man and his poorly CGI dog. And when I say poorly CGI dog, I'm talking about like the late 90s movies CGI. I mean like low budget, late 90s CGI. Oh look, Larry is taking the only course of action when he realizes that he's still in this movie.
You won't win. I won't let you.
Yeah, I'm starting to think I'm not going to win by watching the rest of this movie either.
Good, I have time.
And why do we have scenes like this? Why not just have the librarian say something like, there's plenty of time before the library closes, or that she's going to go on break, and then suddenly she's back from her break because time has just passed quickly. I can sum it up with bad writing and bad direction, but the boyfriend goes ahead and meets Psychic Lady to go ahead and save his friends. And that's a real shame because Psychic Lady has now turned into Psychotic Lady, and they go and discuss things about the Bye-Bye Man. You know, things like, you're not supposed to say his stupid name. Bye-Bye Man. I mean, there's got to be something else that I can use rather than saying Bye-Bye Man.
I'll go bye-bye.
Where's Bye-Bye?
Where's bye-bye?
Where is Bye-Bye?
Oh, that way someplace.
That works, actually. So, they talk about
Bye-bye.
and how he makes people think things that aren't happening and hear things that aren't happening and see things that aren't happening as well.
Or hear things. Like a coin rolling.
Yeah. Like a train.
Boom! And that was a real train. And we are now 56 minutes into the movie, and we are introduced to yet again another new character played by Carrie-Anne Moss. Why is Trinity from The Matrix in this movie? I get that you need to give yourself an experienced actor to go ahead and sell the movie. I mean, think of like Danny Glover in Saw, or even better, Donald Pleasance in Halloween. But you see, you get one character with one experienced actor, and you put them in the majority of the movie to sell the entire thing. You don't do it when there's 40 minutes left. There's 40 minutes left? So Carrie-Anne Moss is here because she is a cop and people have now died and we have to make this movie believable. Okay. They take the boyfriend in for questioning because the driver of the train said that it seemed like the Psychic Lady that turned into Psychotic Lady was running away from the boyfriend. And after an interrogation scene, which by the way is probably the best acted scene in the entire movie, which is why the majority of the trailer uses it, it begins to look that the boyfriend is going to go behind bars because he doesn't want to talk about a certain person. But then she lets him go. Unbelievable! Now I know that this kid is not guilty at all because I've been watching the movie the entire time and I know things that the other characters don't know. But even I say that he shouldn't be let go at this time. And we get back to the House of Horrors and the boyfriend has just hit the best friend in the head with a baseball bat. And he gets a call from the librarian saying that she's been having some vivid thoughts and that she's going to come over and see him soon. Then we see her family killed. Why are we not watching that story? That story's got a lot more action going on than what this one's got. Now this is precious. To fix things, the boyfriend goes ahead and takes the desk that has a certain person's name on it outside into the trash. That's how you fix it? You don't chop it up and set it on fire. You just go ahead and put it in the trash and let somebody else read it? Then the boyfriend finds the house of Mrs. Redmond, who is the wife of Larry, and he wants to know why she's still alive. Mind you, this character has been introduced an hour and 10 minutes into the movie, and the character is portrayed by Faye Dunaway. Why is Golden Globes, Emmy and Academy Award winning Faye Dunaway in a movie like this. She was in Chinatown and Network and Mommy Dearest. Don't go slumming in a movie like this. So an hour and 10 minutes into the story, we get to hear the whole thing about, well, you know who. And Mrs. Larson doesn't know his name because Larry never told her his name. But she does know the entire story and tells everything about the Bye-Bye Man and experiencing the Bye-Bye Man, even though she's never heard of the Bye-Bye Man or experienced the Bye-Bye Man, compared to the cast who has heard of the Bye-Bye Man and has experienced the Bye-Bye Man, but doesn't know anything about the Bye-Bye Man. Oh, and thank you for telling us everything now that there's only 25 minutes left in the movie. What the crud, people? Now, the boyfriend thinks he knows how to beat the Bye-Bye Man. And there is a funny scene, in my opinion, with the librarian on the way back to the house. It's not supposed to be funny, but it's funny to me. And there's no spoilers in it because it's in the trailer already. So we get back to the house where the girlfriend thinks that the best friend is the boyfriend, and the best friend thinks that the girlfriend is the psychic lady that turned into the psychotic lady, and the boyfriend then gets into the house and he has to figure out what the girlfriend and what the best friend is thinking because everybody's doing a round robin right now, and the boyfriend's brother is outside the building. There's a lot of bees going on here. And he's with his little girl who is the boyfriend's niece, and the boyfriend almost says the Bye-Bye Man's name, but he doesn't. So are you ready for some spoilers? Here they are. The movie stinks. Well, yeah, you might already know that, so let's go ahead and talk about the ending. You see, the Bye-Bye Man touches the boyfriend's head. You would think that that would be a big thing. That might be something really important because the Bye-Bye Man has actually physically touched somebody now, instead of just going ahead and played into the shadows and everything. What happens? Nothing happens. The boyfriend gets a vision of his brother's family dying, and that's it. Talk about anticlimactic. And right now I can't remember how the house catches on fire. I think that I might have blacked out at this time in the movie. But the brother and his girl hear the boyfriend shoot himself, and they think that it's a perfect time to leave the movie, and I would have done it an hour earlier. The niece has some dialogue with the brother of the boyfriend, and that makes you think that suddenly that the niece is going to be the next victim, but she can't read in the dark, so she doesn't know what was on the writing of the desk that was outside in the trash instead of being chopped up and set on fire. Then cop Carrie Ann Moss shows up and sees best friend still alive. Why? How? I don't know. I'm going to say he probably fell through one of those plot holes. And the best friend goes ahead and whispers to her, bye-bye. And then repeats, bye-bye. But we can't hear if he says man because the music goes ahead and screeches so loud it drowns out everything. And then it's the end. Possible sequel? Don't you dare threaten me like that. So let's break this baby down a little bit. The concept of the movie is great. It is based off of a short story that's in a book, and it has a lot of the questions are answered in that short story that never are answered in the movie. Like, what is with the coins? What's with the train? What's with the dog? What's with the Bye-Bye Man? And however, the great concept that it is, because it takes the best elements of stuff like A Nightmare on Elm Street and Candyman, it is completely ruined by the following. A bad screenplay that has left out a lot of the mythos and that was completely padded out with characters that no one cared about. Bad direction that led to scenes or jump scares that aren't scary for a horror movie, which is a bad thing. And of course, bad acting. An actor is someone that is supposed to emotionally draw us in so we feel, whether it's that we feel love or hate, or whatever it is, just so we're engaged into the movie. And bad visual effects. And no, not everything was bad in this movie. The maggot thing in the eye, that was pretty good. And the fact that the girlfriend looked like she had lifeless eyes and pale skin and a red nose because she was sick, that was a good thing. Of course, that might be what she looks like normally, I don't know.
You look like hell.
The other effects in there? How about the train wreck psychic lady? It's dirty enough to look like she's dead, but I'm going to tell you that she didn't look like that after getting hit by a train at all. She has appliances that are put onto her face and body strategically around so you can still see who she is. She actually looks like somebody that would be going to a Halloween party. And speaking of Halloween, the Bye-Bye Man's outfit, I mean, come on, that looks like he got it at a Halloween store. I mean, what a disappointment. This character is played by Doug Jones. I love Doug Jones. He's one of the best physical acting performers there are out there. But they gave him direction to like, hey, look like The Undertaker as he's going to the ring in the WWE. I mean, this is a guy that played Silver Surfer. This is a guy that played Abe Sapien and Hellboy. I mean, Doug, don't go slumming in a movie like this. And unfortunately, this movie is 96 minutes too long. If you want to watch this movie and check it out for some reason, just remember this. Don't think it, don't say it, don't watch it, don't read the wiki. I mean, you've invested enough time as is by watching this video. And as always, if you like this video, go ahead and tap the like button, share with all your friends in all forms of social media. Don't forget to subscribe so you get notified the moment I upload. And I will see you in the next video.